gentlemen, welcome back to the Wrestling Rundown, episode 85.
Wow.
And after a fantastic Royal Rumble event, you can check out the reviews up in the playlist. We are now officially on our way to Fastlane, which is the only real big stop before we get to WrestleMania.
That's still an inaccurate name to me.
Yeah.
I get it because after it's over, you're on the fast lane to Mania, but that's the last stop. We're going to stop in the fast lane and then be on our way to
Stopping?
WrestleMania.
Like, I consider the road to WrestleMania the traveling between the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Fastlane is a very dangerous place to stop.
Right?
Like, you can stop at all the Raws and SmackDowns. You stop at the Fastlane.
And for the record, they're taking the long way because they're in Florida right now.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be here in February, and then they're going back to Texas.
Yeah. Seems like you could have WrestleMania a lot earlier if you just went straight to Texas.
That's why they have to go to fast lane. Because they're going to take a
detour. So they're on a really long road that takes them all the way across the country, and then the fast lane takes them right back to Texas.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. Well, we're going to talk about what
now
happened
that
on...
shit's cleared up.
Yeah, because that was necessary. All right, we're going to talk about what happened on Raw.
Tell us the things that happened!
We had Kevin Owens defeat Dolph Ziggler after tripping Ziggler up on the top rope and hitting a pop-up powerbomb. We had the Dudleys defeat the Social Outcast due to interference from Flo Rida.
Huh.
We had AJ Styles defeat Chris Jericho by reversing a roll-up pin into a roll-up pin of his own.
Yeah.
We had Sasha and Becky go to a no contest due to outside interference from Charlotte. Bray Wyatt defeated Kane after a distraction from Luke Harper, then hitting his sister Abigail. Paige and Natalya defeated Team Bella after a rampage to Brie Bella. Kalisto defeated The Miz after reversing the skull-crushing finale into the Selena del Sol. And then The Shield, Roman Reigns and the Shield, whatever we decided to call him, defeated the League of Nations after Reigns hit Sheamus with a spear.
Yeah.
So the big thing about this episode of Raw was Stephanie and Vince were looking for people to go to the main event of Fastlane to determine who would face Triple H at Mania for the championship.
Look, if we're going by performance, it just should have been AJ. Plain and simple.
Yeah. No, I like AJ and I don't know. Bray
Just
Wyatt.
AJ versus himself.
Not a bad match.
AJ versus Styles.
But no, like, not even ignoring the, hype around him making his Raw debut, none of the other matches were, like, anything to write home about. It was just...
No, like, there was nothing wrong with any of the matches. They were all solid
just very
matches.
standard fare.
I'm really hoping we can bring up a picture of this, because I'm just going to want to talk about all the weird shit that happened on Raw.
Yeah.
Okay, do it.
How about the way Bubba Ray Dudley was walking to the ring after the rap battle?
I hope there's not a picture of that.
Let's talk about that.
All right, so Social Outcasts come out, and they're all getting ready to say something. Then Heath Slater realizes that Flo Rida's in the front row.
Yeah.
And Heath Slater and Flo Rida have some beef.
Yeah, because back at WrestleMania 28, I believe is what they said, Flo Rida actually knocked out Heath Slater. So...
Flo Rida, that's when I stopped being a Flo Rida fan.
I don't think you were a Flo Rida fan before that.
You don't know his life.
Word.
You're just work buddies.
Good thing we're not twerk buddies. Then you'd know all about my Flo Rida obsession.
I don't remember why Flo Rida got in the ring.
Because Heath Slater called him out.
No, Heath Slater told him not to get in the ring or do anything, and then all three of the other members of the Social Outcasts called Flo Rida out
that's right.
and brought him into the ring.
And
then they decided that they were going to choose a member of the Social Outcasts to rap battle against Flo Rida, and they picked Bo Rida.
Yeah.
And it was at this moment that my life changed forever. I don't know how to say this. I've been so against it for so long, but
Are you coming out of the closet?
No.
Oh.
I'm a believer.
Oh, thank goodness.
Well,
That's the greatest news I've ever heard. now all three people on this couch are Believers.
Also, just those things aren't mutually exclusive. You can be a Believer and be gay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I'm not.
I'm just saying, the way you said it, you're like, no, I'm a Believer. But Bo, he accepts all.
Are you sure?
Believers of all kinds.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I've never met a gay believer.
I've met plenty.
You're lying.
I am.
So, no, this was, like,
Look, you're
Flora...
new to Bo leaving, okay? Leave it.
Believe it, alright?
Yeah.
Just believe.
I'll leave right now.
And then we'll do the show without you.
Potato chip.
Anyway, no, yeah, Bo Dallas, like I said, when the Social Outcasts got together, I said this was going to be the best thing to even make me consider liking Bo Dallas, and this promo right here was fantastic. His rap was better than Flo Rida's.
Yeah.
Yeah, Flo Rida struggled a little bit, I think.
He's not a freestyler. I think that's the problem.
I think that was established also. Like, that became fairly obvious that freestyling is not his forte.
Yeah, no, his whole thing was just to introduce the Dudleys.
Yeah.
And that was like the worst one. His last little bit to rhyme skills with Dudleyville was a little weak.
Yeah. Anyway, then the Dudleys came out and Bubba...
It's weird that I'm critiquing battle raps on a Raw review.
Yeah.
What is this, 2005?
So then Bubba, like, ghetto walked his way down
I don't
to the
even
ring.
know. JBL would have called it twerking, but JBL's wrong.
Yeah. Speaking of weird stuff, and speaking about someone thinking that somebody's gay. Yeah.
Sheamus was on.
Where are we going? I was going to try and make him guess, man. Where are we going with this? No, we had...
okay, I want to preface this by saying this is the second night in a row R-Truth has stolen the show with his awkwardness.
Goldust was in the locker room and happened to grab, I'm guessing, R-Truth's phone with headphones on.
Yeah, it's a little, he wears it to the ring sometimes.
And he was listening to whatever music was on
Probably
R-Truth's phone.
R-Truth's new single.
So R-Truth found him, scared the hell out of him, and asked him what he was doing. And in a roundabout Goldust way, he says, I'm here because I've been looking for a new partner. Now that the Every Man for Himself Royal Rumble is over, I'm looking for a partner. And it's at this point, R-Truth was like, oh man, I've been leading Goldust on this whole time. Bro, I'm married.
Yeah.
Like, R-Truth has no problem.
No, it's...
Like, it's just he doesn't play
Whatever
that
floats
team.
your boat.
He doesn't swing that way.
Whatever toots his horn.
See, I was expecting him to say, whatever toots your horn, but I ain't gonna toot your horn.
At which point, R-Truth walks away, and Goldust goes, no, I meant as a tag team partner. How do I keep putting my foot in my mouth?
Yeah,
DDP yoga.
which I really hope is just them retroactively saying that every awkward, seemingly homoerotic moment Goldust has had was just a weird misunderstanding.
Hey, the dude's married with kids. So...
You know, that time he, made out with Ahmed Johnson.
That didn't happen. That wasn't actually him. That was Damian Sandow. He was a stunt double.
Huh.
Shut up. So yeah, weird
Information
stuff.
I was not privy to.
Weird stuff on Raw.
Yeah.
AJ Styles versus Chris Jericho.
This was the match of the night.
I'm still in disbelief that we have AJ Styles in WWE.
Well, believe it. Believe it.
I'm trying really hard to believe it. And
it helps if you hold your thumbs out sideways.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, we did have an interview with Renee Young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That actually Jericho stepped in on, and we had kind of a...
Yeah.
You know,
I know who you are.
Yeah, Jericho saying he knows who he is, and hey, I've been waiting for you to be here for a long time, because now for the first time ever tonight we have AJ versus Y2J. And a fantastic match, which we still didn't see the Styles Clash.
Right?
I think it's brilliant that they haven't done that.
Yeah.
You know, saving that moment for a bigger time, a bigger moment, a bigger match.
There is one thing I want to say for this match, because it was good, I enjoyed it, but I'm seeing a very stark contrast because of the fact that he didn't run through the Performance Center or go through NXT.
Yeah.
AJ's style is very different from the rest of the roster, and so it didn't have the fluidity of a WWE match.
Yeah.
Because he didn't work the WWE style, and Jericho wasn't solely playing himself to AJ's strengths.
Yeah, there were a few
So-
moments I noticed there was a little stuttering.
Yeah.
As far as like their chemistry goes.
Yeah. Well, this is kind of just because I'll bring this up now because there's not a lot to talk about with Raw. What we were talking about earlier with Nakamura and when he debuts on the main roster, they're going to have to be really selective with who they match him up against.
Yeah.
And I think that's what they're doing with AJ, or trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The other big match, the other like storyline heavy match was Sasha versus Becky.
Yeah.
Becky looking for some retribution after Sasha kicked her after her match last night. Sasha looking to reaffirm the fact that she's going after the Divas title, and they never really got to end the match. Sasha was about to win.
Yeah.
She had Becky in the bank statement, but we had Charlotte attack and beat both women down, and so now we're starting to see...
My issue with some of the people who interfere in matches is why don't you just wait till the match is over?
Yeah.
Because they don't care about the other people.
Yeah, but there's no
about
advantage to attacking them during the match.
Yeah.
At that point in time, there was.
In fact, but I think...
Especially if it's a submission.
I think it's better to attack after the match is over, in particular, because you're almost guaranteed that one person is already going to be decommissioned. And so then you wouldn't have to worry about watching your back.
I don't think she needed to watch her back with Becky in the bank
A lot of
statement.
other people were doing it.
You're stupid.
That's just my way of saying people were staring at Charlotte's ass.
I was doing that for a...
Anyway.
I do that a lot. This is definitely starting to build towards the triple threat idea. Whether or not it happens at Fastlane, or this actually leads to building after Fastlane into a triple threat Mania match.
Yeah, I really hope they save it for Mania.
Yeah, and unless they have another idea set for Mania that's better than the triple threat between those three.
I'd say the only thing I can think of is like add Paige in there and make it a 4-way.
Yeah, I knew that face was coming next. Okay,
It's a 4-way.
let's talk about the moment of the night.
The R-Truth Goldust promo.
No. The other moment of the night.
Bo Dallas battle.
so-
No. The
So they'd been-
other moment of the night.
Where they were building to a big star returning, and we got this big long stretch limo pull up.
And it was there for a good hour or so
Yeah.
before we finally figured out who was in that limo.
Yeah, so they sent
It was Rich.
Rich
Rich Swan.
to
Rich Brennan.
figure out who it was. So
Richie Rich.
he knocks on the window, and we get the door opens, and
It's not Macaulay Culkin.
we get a slow step out / pan to reveal The Miz making his return
Yeah.
after weeks.
He hadn't been on Raw for 3 weeks, so
Yeah.
it's kind of a big deal.
Who's the Miz again?
He ended up being a valet for the truck that belongs to The Rock.
Yeah.
Who, ironically, I think was the guy who drove Dean Ambrose to the arena a couple of shows ago because he drives like an asshole.
Yeah, looks that might have been my favorite comment you made to us. Rock drives like an asshole. He screeches right into...
What's funny is I wouldn't have made that comment if it was Stone Cold.
Yeah.
I just expect
He
Stone
just
Cold to drive
drives like
that.
Stone Cold.
But yeah, so Rock gets out and he recognizes Miz and he asks him how he's been and pats him on the back and then asks him to go valet his truck.
He's heading towards the ring. He's at home. He's got stuff to say. He meets Big Show along the way.
Well,
Big
first
Show-
he meets Rick Ross.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Yeah, they just said hi.
There's a lot of rap industry people apparently in Florida.
Yeah. It's Miami, man.
Florida is a rap heavy state, I'm assuming.
A lot of rappers, a lot of old people.
But
And a lot of rapping old people, I hope. Fingers
Old
crossed.
rapping people.
but yeah, the Big
And
Show
Rick
one.
Ross.
The Big Show meeting was my favorite one.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, Rock reminiscing on the controversial Rumble ending.
Where Big Show actually won.
Yeah, and The Rock's like, yeah, I agree with you. And you know, it's crazy because the director of the Mummy Returns was watching that Royal Rumble, and he said, whoever wins this, I am casting as the Scorpion King.
Like, you could have been the Scorpion King, and then you could have been chasing down Vin Diesel in Fast and the Furious, and you could have been flying a helicopter in San Andreas and blah blah blah, and just how
Big Show's starting to have a breakdown.
Yeah.
he's clutching his laptop to his chest, and he's just having this sad realization that he hasn't done a whole lot compared to The Rock, and then he breaks his computer in half, and Rock is like,
That's cool.
I love that!
That's what you do. You break stuff.
And then he's like, I love you, man. I love you too. And then Rock takes off. He ends up seeing Pat Patterson back there.
He stops at Lana.
Yeah. Yeah. And then he talks about
the
special exercises
Yeah,
that they did.
they met in a hotel room.
It's after, if you remember, when The Rock did his whole spiel with the Moscow Moose Knuckle and
Soviet Streetwalker.
Soviet Streetwalker and shoving a Smirnoff up her Putin.
Yeah. So yeah,
Which is not a euphemism.
No, apparently they did that.
Rusev named his penis Smirnoff. Speaking of Rusev, he'd actually show up behind The Rock. And
Yeah, especially after Rock mentioning the DJ mustache rag.
Yeah.
The one-armed wheelbarrow.
That was the
one-legged wheelbarrow.
that was the one-legged Russian vacuum.
Yeah, that
And
one.
it was I don't remember what the wheelbarrow one was, but yeah. No, so some interesting things went down between The Rock and Lana apparently. Rusev didn't take too kindly to it. And
Yeah, Lana informs The Rock that they're engaged, and The Rock's just like, congratulations! It's
Mazda!
kind of an awkward situation there.
great. Yeah.
Did he meet anybody else on the way?
No, that's when he went to Gorilla, gave his whole spiel.
He cut like a good promo before he came up to cut his promo.
I honestly expected them to cut to commercial right then.
Oh, and then when he comes back, then
Because it had gone on for so long.
It's
that,
The Rock. You don't put a commercial on
No.
during The Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And The Rock can say whatever the fuck he wants.
And he counted down his own entrance music.
Yep. Yeah, and on fucking cue, his music starts. He comes out, starts doing his usual shtick, because he's The Rock.
Until he notices a group of fans.
Yeah.
And it's time to go off script. Now, this is the one issue I'm going to take up with The Rock here. That could not have been not on script, because that's not where those guys were sitting prior to this promo.
Yes.
Specifically, they had been moved to be in a
You
place that The Rock could be more easily to access the camera.
Yeah.
I
So,
guess.
You know, I'm going to actually propose a counter theory. Because we've heard rumors that of people dressed like wrestlers being rowdy on crowd side and getting moved or even ejected from the arena.
That's
They
true.
might have been on the hard camera side, getting the attention, and then got moved to a different seat.
I just want to see how this lines up. Well, yeah. Maybe. There's a good chance. Because there was a... I can't remember what match.
Because there was a whole
Kane
Hogan
versus
match.
Yeah.
Like, let's...
It was Hogan, Undertaker, and Macho Man.
And a Rock.
So, okay, so if I'm the apron... Or if I... not the apron. If I'm the walkway here, they were over here next to Roddy during that match.
Yeah.
Then when Rock came out, they were over here next to...
Yeah. The
Other
only
Roddies.
part that makes me suspicious is that they were right at the corner, the same corner where Flo Rida was.
Yeah.
Yes.
If,
I mean-
if they'd been like somewhere else in other seats,
If they had been where they stayed,
Or
where they were sitting earlier in the show.
Or other theory I can propose is that was their original seats, but they put Flo Rida there for his segment and moved them back.
Possibly. But regardless, he has them all do, say their name, say who they're dressed as, and then
That's why I don't think it was on script, because the way they're treating the Hulk Hogan name.
Yeah.
True. I actually thought Rock was gonna have to say something
Yeah.
in in bad taste towards Hogan,
Yeah.
but didn't happen. No, he gets in the ring and he's I don't even know what he was doing. He was talking about that he was gonna be at WrestleMania or
Yeah. Well, he was just building up to the announcement that he's going to be at WrestleMania.
yeah.
Yeah, because they even announced it last week on Raw.
Yeah,
that The Rock was going to be a guest at WrestleMania this year.
Yeah.
He did a whole spiel about not knowing who Byron Saxton was.
That was funny.
And then he got interrupted.
Yeah. Yeah, he did. And it was probably the best interruption we could have asked for.
Yeah.
This is something people have been lobbying for since this other entity became a thing. We had the New Day make their way down and start trash talking The Rock.
Yeah.
And
How nervous do you think Xavier Woods was?
he was the first one that had to talk.
Well, you think Xavier Woods is recognized as the mouthpiece of the New Day.
Yes.
But to know that New Day is a fairly new entity in the company, comparatively to some, definitely comparatively to
A little over
Rock.
a year.
Yeah.
And to know though that Xavier Woods has maybe been on the main roster for a year and a half,
Yeah.
close to 2 years ish, and to know that he's about to go out and try and verbally spar with The Rock.
Yeah.
That's
But
that's
Kofi had most of the mic time for the New Day.
Kofi talked way more than he normally
was
does.
the veteran.
Yeah, pops. No, this was just such gold.
Yeah.
He called their unicorn horns llama penises.
Yeah, The Rock waited patiently for them to finish their whole thing.
And then let them fucking have
Yeah.
it. He got the crowd chanted llama penis.
Yeah.
Only The Rock can make thousands of people chant llama penis.
And then the New Day is just like, you can't say penis on TV.
You can't say penis on TV. You said penis on TV. You can't say penis on TV.
And they did their champion huddle. They're like, champion huddle, that means you're not champion, you can't be part of it.
Hey, champion huddle. You look like three unibitches in a circle.
We're in a straight line.
Yeah, they weren't in a circle. That's The Rock doesn't know geometry.
He called Big E Big Mama.
Yeah.
He got big old boobies.
Oh, she's upset.
And
The big one is mad.
yeah, he's like, I'm all man.
Yeah.
Oh man. No, this was just it finally culminated with The Rock telling him, "Hey, you know what? We've got we've got an arena, we got a ring, we got ropes, we have a ramp, we have these people here. So you get in here, so I can shove that trombone up all three of your candy asses." And
I wish I would have milked that one a little bit.
Yeah.
he could have. He just chose not to. But he decides that.
Xavier Woods
Yeah.
is like, hey, you guys want to see it get real? And everyone's like, yeah, you guys want to see it get real? And Woods like, you don't deserve it.
And they start walking away.
I'd be real right here, right now, because we know this is not how it's going to end.
Yeah.
That if you really wanted to make a new star, if you were to have the New Day get in the ring and beat up The Rock 3-on-1, then you would accomplish the level of heat that they were looking for last night at the Rumble.
Yeah.
That they were not getting.
Very true.
I would hazard to say it would have happened if Rock was going to be around. In a wrestling capacity, it would have happened. But because he's was technically a celebrity guest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rock had a plan B though, because he understands that plan A doesn't always work.
In wrestling, more often than not, plan A does not work.
Yeah. So in this case, plan B was family, and the Usos came out, whooped the crap out of the New Day, tossed them one by one to the Rock.
Big E got a rock bottom.
Kofi got a Samoan drop.
Samoan drop from one of the other Usos.
And then
Rock didn't even want to touch Kofi.
Yeah.
Kofi's sunken in chest creeps out the Rock.
And Woods ended up getting a double super kick into a spine buster, and then the People's Elbow.
Yeah. Congratulations, Woods.
That was his initiation.
Yeah,
he's now a full-fledged member of the roster.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, it means a lot, actually. Yeah. It's an honor to be the one to get the People's Elbow, but that means you're the one who gets the double super kicks, the spine buster, and the People's Elbow.
Yeah.
But it's worth it in the end when you can join the long storied history of people like Bo Dallas and Michael Cole, who've also gotten People's Elbowed.
All right. Well,
are we at the end now?
Yeah, we're gonna round this out.
We had the main event tag team match, and then after the match is over, we have the 2/3 of the Shield, or the Should, as I call them, do a Should double power bomb on Rusev from one commentator's table to another, using the fact that they still had an extra leftover commentator's table.
Yeah.
That's the only reason the French commentators were there.
Yeah, absolutely. And that happened, and then Stephanie comes out, and she's like, okay, look, we made our decision about who's going to be in the main event at Fastlane.
And now think about this. We've had Jericho on the show. We've had Styles. We've had Kane. We've had Wyatt. We've had
Owens and Ziggler.
We've had the New Day. We've had the Usos. There's
The Rock.
There's all these people.
Miz and Kalisto.
There's all these people.
Rick Ross and Flo Rida.
I hope they're not going to the main event of Fastlane.
And they drop the most spectacular match that anyone could ever hope for a main event Fastlane. It's going to be Roman Reigns versus Dean Ambrose versus Brock Lesnar.
Yeah. And I think there's a lot of ways they could have made this better.
Yeah.
Like, just from a booking standpoint, because the tag team match wasn't even... Like, it was just a standard tag team match.
It was a tag team match that we've seen multiple times.
Yeah. Had they... And maybe it was time constraints, partly, because they didn't get a whole lot of time.
It's The Rock's fault. He went off script, took up way too much fucking time.
God damn it, Rock.
But
Brock was supposed to come out and have a Paul Heyman segment.
I just think they should have had Ambrose and Reigns really steal the show in some capacity other than standard tag match, in with the spear,
and
powerbomb through the table.
And the only other time we saw one of them was when Roman Reigns showed up earlier in the show and said, oh, well, I'm not leaving until I hear this announcement. Well, it's a good thing you were in the main event.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
Yeah, had they done it like that, had they announced the match differently, like you were saying before, because Stephanie's just like, it's going to be a triple threat match, and it's going to be you two versus Brock Lesnar. It's like, okay, why not say it's going to be Roman Reigns versus Dean Ambrose?
And everybody be like,
versus Brock Lesnar.
Oh,
what? There's a twist.
Yeah.
He gave away the twist before it happened.
I don't care.
Or, like I was saying, this should have been booked as a tournament-style thing.
And announce it the Raw before Fastlane.
With, like, you get, Dean Ambrose wins his match earlier in the night, and Reigns wins the main event match, and we get a big deal about how now the two brothers are going to have to fight one-on-one for number one contendership. And then Stephanie comes out and drops the bomb. Oh, by the way, there's a third opponent in this match.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yes.
So, yeah.
That should have happened. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Raw was not as exciting as it could have been.
Raw wasn't very exciting. It was pretty funny.
Yeah.
It had a lot of stuff you could laugh at. I don't think that made up for the lack of...
It didn't it wasn't a really good follow-up to the Royal Rumble.
Definitely wasn't a good follow-up
Okay,
to the Rumble.
I'm not gonna lie. I enjoyed Raw up until the main event because the main event I didn't give a shit. Not only was this match just kind of there, there was no reason for this to be the main event, other than to have Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns out there for the announcement.
Yeah.
Had they switched if they had that match first, and then had Roman Reigns go, well, I'm not leaving until I hear this announcement, and then do Roman Reigns comes down, and then Dean Ambrose comes down, and then they reveal that Brock Lesnar's going to be in it, we could have flipped the entire card around, and it would have built better than this did. Because this was a great show, and then it's like, oh, here's this match you've seen 7 times, oh, and then guess what? Here's the main event.
Yeah, for me, my disappointment in Raw doesn't come that it wasn't bad Raw. I think
I like
all the matches were good. I just don't think all the matches were good enough to justify the story they were trying to tell with this Raw.
Yeah.
Where it was supposed to be, oh, we're watching everyone tonight. Everyone's got to be on top of their game. And we, other than Jericho Styles, we got standard match, standard match, standard match.
And on top of that, we never saw either of the McMahons watching a monitor. Caring about who was out in the ring. There was no.
I do want to mention, because we didn't, Triple H had the fucking promo of the night.
That's why Roman Reigns didn't come out.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, because Triple H fucking killed it.
Yeah.
That makes you remember, Triple H is the shit.
Yeah.
Still.
Yeah. So for those of you complaining that Triple H is champion, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, listen to his promo.
He hasn't been champion in like a decade. Get over it.
Yeah. It's been a long fucking time.
We like Triple H on the Wrestling Rundown.
Yeah.
Apparently.
We're always
There isn't like there's 4 Triple H's dominating this room.
Oh my god, there's 4 Triple H's in the ring. Did you notice that?
Now bow down to the king.
That one's about to get himself eliminated, though.
By AJ Styles.
Yeah.
He's the winner. He's got the belt on and everything.
But there's still...
There's still like 7 guys in the match.
Oh, well. He's predicting he's the winner.
Well. Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe.
Watch our Royal Rumble review again.
And click the
that
links.
was funner.
Yeah. A 2-parter. Because we needed extra time to talk about how awesome the Rumble was.
Talk about all this stuff.
Yes, lots of stuff.
Again, the list on the thing. It would have looked much more impressive had we rattled off the entire Royal Rumble like we had it memorized.
Yeah.
Nice going, Tom. Pretty kayfabe.
I didn't
You did
say
it first.
And I did not say that was a list. I just said all that stuff.
That's true.
Alright. Look, can you see what this says?
Someone just paused it, zoomed in, and now they're commenting.
Fuck you.
And
sure to-
fuck Sheamus.
Make sure to click all the links. Follow us on all the different social medias. Check out the podcast. For those of you who listen to the podcast, check out the YouTube channel. Click the subscribe button. Like us. Check out the rest of episode 85 coming up later in the week because we have Lucha Underground coming back.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm so excited to talk about
all damn subterranean freedom fighters.
Like, I love WWE and I love NXT, but I want to talk about something other than WWE, and I'm excited to do that. And it'll happen this Wednesday. Thanks for watching. We'll see you at whatever video you decide to watch next. Keep it tight, and fuck Sheamus. That
With a
was,
lava penis.
That was... No, don't... I believe...